What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're taking a look at Warhammer 40,000 Darktide here, running on GeForce Now's RTX 3080 tier, and for the most part the game's running really well here, and it's something I'm really having fun with, but they do have some work to do on the game itself. But let's get into it and check out the settings here. 1440p, of course. I'm running balanced DLSS. You guys know I typically like a balanced DLSS when I am using it. Off on ray tracing right now, but we'll take a look at that. And then the high preset for graphics with depth of field and motion blur turned off, as I would normally do here. So we'll take a look at a little bit of gameplay here, or rather here at the hub, just running around, because I do want to talk about the ray tracing performance a little bit. But unfortunately, and as you'll see in gameplay later, even though this game doesn't have a stuttering issue, at least not for me on any systems I've tried on, it has a big issue with dropping lots of frames. It's really kind of all over the place, and it's something I think they'll get straightened out, but we'll talk a little more about that. I want to turn ray tracing here onto high and just show the difference in this particular area here at the hub. And I really just don't recommend using ray tracing with this game, even on my local PC. It takes away way too many frames. The performance hit is big, and I'm not going to go lower other settings just to keep ray tracing in, going down to lower medium in the game or whatever just to keep ray tracing in, and you're still going to get hit pretty hard. And I don't want to use performance DLSS because the picture quality in this game does take a hit on lower settings and on that. So I'll go in here and change this to low RTX as well, low ray tracing, just to take a look at that. But again, performance is going to be really low, and when you get into the missions, you'll see much lower FPS than you're seeing here at the hub, and dips down into the 30s. And for me, it's just really not worth running ray tracing in this game right now, and it looks great without it. So we'll go back in here, and we're going to go ahead and turn ray tracing back off, and we'll get back to our normal performance with our high settings at 1440 here. And there we go. So even though frames will bounce all over the place, the gameplay feels really smooth, and it works pretty well. So that goes for my local PC, my local RTX 3060. That goes for my Steam Deck. It goes for the game here on GeForce Now. Even though the frames are all over the place, I rarely encounter stutters or micro stutters or things that feel like lag issues. It feels okay to play, but when you're using an FPS counter and really watching things, you can tell and you can see it, and I do think it's bouncing around a lot more than it should be. Yeah, the game looks good, but it shouldn't be so difficult really to hold a fairly stable FPS. I mean, in this round right here alone, we're going to bounce between 49 and 109 FPS, and that's just a pretty big difference for a game like this, more than I'm used to seeing. But that's not a GeForce Now thing, that's a game thing. Like I said, that's doing it on every system I try it on. It's not a stuttery game or a bad game to play, but the frames just really are just all over the place. So this is pre-release right now for the pre-order, and performance is a little better than closed beta was, so I do expect we'll see patches pretty quickly for this game and optimization over time. It really is a fun game. I've really been enjoying it myself, and I do recommend checking it out if you haven't. Just be aware there are those interesting performance things with the FPS. Again, nothing to do with GeForce Now. It's really a game optimization thing. Picture quality is great, input latency is great, and the RTX 3080 tier is just streaming this game wonderfully for me here on my PC app. But anyways, guys, I'll leave you with a little bit more gameplay. Thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave me your comments. I'll see you in the next one.
Engaging!
Always remember that you are the color.